Hello everyone. Welcome to Confessions Jury, where people put themselves on the spot, waiting for your judgment. Sit comfortably and listen carefully, as you're about to hear today's cases. You hold the hammer and you apply the law. Let us have your verdict down in the comments section. As always, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Let's head on to our first case. Case 1. Am I the bad person for doing nothing to stop my stepsister being bullied and refusing to apologize for it? My stepsister, 14F, is being bullied in school. I, 16M, knew about it but did nothing. The reason? She bullied my sister, 13F, for years, still bullies her at times when I'm not around. That's actually how our dad met her mom. There was a pretty big incident at school and Dad and her mom were called in to speak to the principal and talk about a game plan. They consented to this buddy program for them so my stepsister would need to be there for my sister for a few hours each week at school. They're in different grades. After my dad went out for coffee with her mom and they ended up dating and married a year later. My sister started getting bullied in first grade and the bullying got worse when our mom lost all custody of us. She ended up becoming an addict and wasn't safe to be around us. My stepsister found out through gossiping people and she tormented my sister about how much our mom didn't love us and stuff of that nature. Really broke my sister, and then it led to the incident where my stepsister grabbed my sister by the hair and pushed her down in front of a bunch of other kids in the grade above my sister's, aka stepsister's grade. My sister was really hurt when Dad started dating the girl's mom and I was pissed. Dad and I don't have a good relationship because of it, and I told him and his wife that they are shitty people to do that to my sister. Our relationship has lots of conflict. I refuse to be nice to my stepsister either. She might be young, but she has tortured my sister for 7 years now, and it never gets better. My sister not being in high school yet means school is her safe space now for a year. Before that, she didn't have a safe space at home or at school. I told my dad he did that and he told me things will get better and we're a family now. When my stepsister started high school, she had trouble adapting, and then 2 girls in my grade started making fun of her. I heard about it but never saw it. By October, everyone was talking about how the girls in my grade were slut-shaming her and calling her all kinds of names. They also spread rumors about her and other stuff. I never said or did anything. A part of me was glad she was being subjected to a little of what she put my sister through. I made sure to keep my sister away from her as much as possible because I know my stepsister being bullied could have made her a worse bully. Things got really bad at the start of the month and there was a fight between her and like 5 other girls. They all started taunting her and ganging up on her. After the incident, her mom was called and my dad and her mom found out more. They were in and out of the school for a couple of weeks, and last week they were told it was the talk of the school, which made Dad confront me about not doing anything. I told him I would never help her. I helped my sister, not her bully. I told him I don't give a fuck what happens to that other girl, and I'm doing what he should have done and taken my sister's side and not expected her to play family with that brat. Dad lectured me about it and I ignored him, and because I wasn't apologizing for it, the 2 of them lectured me more about not doing better and not apologizing. Am I the bad person? What do you guys think? Lay down your ruling in the comments section and let's move on to our next story. Case 2. Am I the bad person for refusing to spend Christmas Eve with my MIL because she treats me like her personal servant and makes cruel jokes about me? So, I, F, 28, have been married to my husband, M, 31, for almost 4 years, and we have 2 young kids. Every year, we spend Christmas Eve with his family, and honestly, I've always dreaded it. The main reason is my mother-in-law, MIL. She's always been kind of a difficult person, but over the years, it's gotten worse. From the moment I met her, I felt like she saw me as someone beneath her. I've tried to be polite, tried to get along, but it's getting harder and harder to deal with. She's not outright mean, but it's the little things that add up. For example, when we're over at her house, she's always giving me things to do, like getting drinks, cleaning up. And if I say something like, "Oh, I'm actually just sitting down for a minute, she'll look at me like I'm the most lazy person on earth. It's not like I mind helping out, but it's always me that's expected to do it. My husband doesn't get the same treatment. And the worst part? The jokes. Oh my God. She has this way of making comments that sound like a joke, but they really hurt. Like, she'll say things like, "I hope you're not too tired to cook tonight, dear. It's a lot of work, I know, but you're young, so you should be fine, or you should really eat less of that. You don't want to end up as big as my son's ex." Or, my personal favorite, "Don't worry, dear, I'm sure you'll get better at handling the kids." It takes a real woman to do it properly. It sounds like nothing, right? But after years of hearing stuff like this, it starts to wear on you. I've tried to talk to my husband about it before, and he always brushes it off. He says that's just how she is, and she's not trying to hurt your feelings. I get it, I do, but I've had enough of it. It's like he doesn't even see it, or worse, doesn't care. So, when we started talking about Christmas Eve plans this year, I flat out told him I didn't want to go. I said I was tired of being treated like crap every time we go to her house, and that I didn't want to put myself through it again. I told him we could stay home, do our own thing, and just enjoy Christmas as a family. I thought it would be fine, but no. He got so mad. He said I was being selfish and ruining his Christmas. He told me I was making him choose between me and his mom, and that I should just suck it up for one night because it's tradition. I tried to explain that I shouldn't have to suck it up, that I've put up with it for years, but he wasn't hearing it. He said I was making everything harder than it had to be, and now he's barely talking to me. I feel like I've ruined the holiday for him, and that wasn't my intention at all. I just want to feel respected. So, now I'm stuck feeling guilty but also standing by what I said. I don't think I should be expected to tolerate being treated like this, but I also don't want to ruin Christmas for everyone else. Am I the bad person for refusing to go to my MIL's house for Christmas Eve? What do you guys think of this one? Let us know in the comments section, and let's move on to our next story. Case 3. Am I the bad person for refusing to babysit my sister's kids after she called me just a fun aunt? My 28F sister, 34F, and I have always been close, or so I thought. She has 3 kids, 9F, 6M, 3M, and a husband, 36M, who works long hours, so naturally, I've stepped in to help when I can. I adore my niece and nephews, and I've always tried to be there for them, whether it's hosting sleepovers, taking them on fun outings, or just helping my sister get a break. But lately, I've felt taken for granted. I work a demanding job, and although I don't have kids myself, my free time is limited. Despite this, I've rearranged my schedule countless times to babysit, sometimes at the last minute, because my sister swears she has no one else. I never asked for money or anything in return, because, well, family. Last week, my sister called me in a panic because she had an unexpected work event. She needed someone to watch the kids, and once again, I stepped up. I left work early, canceled dinner plans with my boyfriend, and drove 45 minutes to her house. When she got home later that night, I overheard her on the phone with her husband. She didn't realize I was still there, cleaning up the tornado of toys her kids had left behind. She said something along the lines of, "Oh, don't worry about it. My name will always help. She's just a fun aunt with no real responsibilities. It's not like she has anything better to do." I froze. I waited for her to hang up, then asked her if she really believed that. She laughed awkwardly and said I was overreacting, insisting she didn't mean it like that. She said she was just stressed, and of course she appreciated me, but it didn't feel genuine. I left shortly after and didn't bring it up again until she texted me a few days later asking if I could babysit the kids this weekend. I responded, "Sorry, I can't. You'll have to find someone else." She called me immediately, upset, and asked why I was being so selfish. I told her I didn't appreciate being taken for granted or being seen as someone with no real responsibilities. She got defensive, saying I was twisting her words and punishing her kids over something she didn't mean. Now my parents are involved. They think I'm overreacting and should forgive and forget because family helps family. But I'm exhausted. I love my niece and nephews, but I can't keep dropping everything to help someone who doesn't value my time. My sister is now furious with me, claiming I'm abandoning her kids out of spite. Am I the bad person for standing my ground? You've sat down, you've listened. Now, it's time to state your ruling. What is it gonna be? Let us have it down in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more cases like these. In life, we may run, but we can never hide from true justice. Stay safe, everyone.